Once again, we are back on Boond Soch ttalk Train of Thought with a series of an episode with Mr. Jasneet Singh Bindra, country head of CISI. So welcome back to this episode again.
Thank you so much.
What we have seen in our earlier episode, his aggression, his passion, he wants to get noticed. That was the way, like basically when we talk in terms of a brand, it stands out from the clutter like. And when he started his initial inning with BPO, where I think he got well versed with the communication skills which are there. And now, starting from first job from BPO till country head with CISI, let's catch up with him for the conversation. So welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
Now, in fact, you took up as a country head of an CISI when there was a tough time.
Yeah.
So what was going in your mind earlier when you were AVP? The things were quite cool and things were more set. It was, I think, the market was open.
Correct.
But during tough time, what was your experience like?
Well, when I became the country head in 2020, this was actually in the month of Jan itself.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I was very excited, and I had a lot of plans on how to kind of take CISI to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
All those plans there was a full stop put on all those plans because of the COVID situation.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, we felt that this is going to be there for a couple of weeks, but as we all know, it went on for almost 2 years. But I think we were very quick to adapt. The fact that we used the power of technology, we used platforms like Zoom, YouTube, Microsoft Teams to conduct our meetings, and a big part of our clientele list are the students whom we work very closely with. And we did a lot of webinars, seminars, and you'll be surprised to know, and this we had not done previously, we touched upon almost 35,000 students online in a matter of 1 year's time. This is 2020-2021. Just in a matter of 1 year's time, we touched about 30 to 35,000 students through the virtual platform. So we did not lose touch with our clients and our students, and as well as corporates. With corporates, of course, the journey was difficult because they were in the process of still understanding how to work from home.
Correct.
Right? The same problem that the students had. But with the students, at least, they were then focusing on, how best they can utilize this time.
For more value addition.
Exactly. And what we did was, we got a lot of the corporates that we were working with. We got them on platforms. We did sessions on the future of financial services world, the future of banking. You touched upon points like, the future of AI, artificial intelligence, fintech, machine learning. We got these webinars. We did some very interesting, quiz contests where we involved a lot of students to come and present, to be a part of that, and that way it allowed us to be in touch with the student community.
Nice.
So I think the key point over here, which I'm trying to address, is how quickly you can adapt to any given situation which might arrive.
Correct.
We call them a seismic risk. Risk which you cannot foresee. Right? So I think adaptability was the key takeaway during the 2 years of COVID times.
And one more thing, I think since many of the target audience were freshers and who don't know much about what CISI is all about, for their benefit, can you please throw some light on what are they're offering to the target customers and who should be part of CISI?
Sure. Firstly, I just want to highlight that CISI stands for the Chartered Institute for Security Investments. It's a royal chartered body from UK. And as you're aware, the word charter carries a lot of weightage. It's given to a very prestigious organization who've done good work in the space of education and their fields. We was formed by the members of London Stock Exchange in the year 1992. So as we speak, we are celebrating 30 years also.
30 years of your...
So it's a body which was formed to actually upskill, the students and the corporates world over, right? The India office was set up in the year 2008, and the whole idea is we offer certifications and qualifications to people who want to work in financial services or who are already working in financial services. And we cover each and every gambit of financial services, right from front office, middle office, and back office. So I'll categorize the three categories. Front office is where you're client facing. areas like wealth management, capital markets, corporate finance.
Mhm.
Then you have middle office. Middle office are your risk and compliance functions, right? So we have certification in that area as well. And then you have the back office. Back office is where India is a hub for back office. So most of the global banks, in the year 2000 and 2004 and 5, they started setting up their captives in India. All the back office operations are coming to India. So from CISI point of view, we offer a lot of content on the operation side as well. Areas like trade life cycle, settlements, pre-settlements, reconciliation, risk compliance. These are very important areas for all the captives who are working in India. And you'll be surprised to know that these areas are not covered as part of a regular curriculum with universities and colleges. And what happens is then, these students, when they are hired by the likes of these big companies, they have to spend a lot of time on training them and upskilling them. So what we do is we do a more like a pre-skills setup for them, where we train them on all these areas, and in a way we're making them industry ready. So CISI is more like a chartered body which is upskilling students. They are also upskilling professionals who are working in the industry to make sure that they get the relevant real-time knowledge of the financial services world and regulations.
Nice. Many times if we'll see like many of the MBA schools, like there was certain curriculum which are there as the finance aspect which are concerned, and it seems there's a gap between the corporate and the academia, like since you were a student when you were doing your finance, and what is the gap which you found between the corporate and the academia, like?
So I'm an MBA myself, as we spoke about the fact, and I've done my specialization in finance. When I completed my MBA and joined a bank, what I felt was only 15% of what I've studied as part of my curriculum was relevant on the job. The rest of it was theoretical information, right? The practical aspects were missing. Application were missing. And as a result, the bank which I joined, I had to spend about at least 2 to 3 months on training myself on the process and understanding what is expected for me to do for that bank. So, and the same gap we see in today's curriculum also. I would say both for MBA as well as graduation curriculum. At the same time, also happy to announce the National Education Policy, which came out in 2020, is trying to address that gap. Where they are focusing a lot on application-based curriculum, and they're also giving a lot of exposure to chartered bodies like the CISI and the others, and encouraging students and colleges to explore these chartered courses, so that the students are better equipped for joining the workforce, not only in India but globally, wherever. Today's students are aspirational. They don't want to just work in India. They want to be global citizens. So the content that we bring to the table is real time, is also preparing them for a job in financial services anywhere around the world.
Okay, and what are the durations of your this certification which course? It may be differ from say operation risk, capital market, corporate finance, might be having a different duration as such.
So we have various courses, right? So depending on the interest of the student or the corporate, or for example, whatever domain the corporate is working in, they choose those specialized courses.
I see.
The duration will range anywhere between 45 hours and might go up to almost 200 hours. So we follow a modular approach. So most of our qualifications start at level 3. So level 3 exams, whether it's on risk, compliance, operations, capital markets, wealth management, they can be completed, let's say, in a matter of 70 to 80 hours. And some of our higher courses, like diploma courses, which are at level 5, level 6, they take roughly about between 200 to 250 hours to complete.
And after I think they are through with CSI course, like how strong they are with those kind of skill sets once they go back to the corporate world?
So I'll be very honest with you, and this is in black and white, so I can say that there are at least 10 to 12 corporates that we work with who have given us a mandate that if you have students who are doing your certifications or have already done your certifications, we will give them an edge over the others. That means we will give them a differential placement. We will also give them a preference. Because of the simple fact which I told you, these students come with much better skill sets because they have done the domain knowledge piece and they also understand regulation that from the global aspect, right? So these students definitely by default have got a better chance to get a job opportunity with the corporates.
I see.
So if you ask me that if you got 2 resumes in your hand. This is your regular MBA, and this is your MBA with, let's say, a CISI certification. This definitely at this time of resume scanning and at the time of interview will have a better chance of getting a placement opportunity with that firm.
Okay, good, great. I think the freshers who are looking in terms of making their career as a finance which are concerned, there are CISI certifications which are there, which I think make more in terms of compliance and getting an in-depth knowledge about the subject matter, let be wealth management or any financial aspects which are there, can get into those kind of an value addition. I think there's a lot many insights what we need to catch up further as far as the financial services which are concerned with Mr. Jasneet Singh Bindra. Do catch up with him on ttalk. Ek Boond Soch ki, till then go to www.ttalk.net. Subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. So thanks a lot for your presence on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.